Hey everybody, what's up? It is Rob. I am here alone today. Well, kind of sort of alone. BC is out in New York City for New York City Comic Con, and Matt had some family business to take care of. At least that's what he told me. He probably just doesn't want to be around you guys anymore. You know, he's back to his old ways. Hates the audience. Anyway, not going to really get into a whole bunch of stuff. We're just going to jump over to BC and check out what's going on at New York Comic Con. BC?
Hey, what's up, Rob? Channel Control, what's going on, man? I am standing here in New York City, right in front of the World Trade Center, man. And we're going to have a lot of fun today. We got a lot to talk about. I'm going to be walking around New York and kind of letting y'all know on some of the panels that I've been checking out, man. It's been a lot of fun. I know Rob's got a great Channel Control in store for you guys today. Don't forget to follow me on all social media at RealJackassBC, RealJackassBC, your ETCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Of the world, Craig. Shit, not just the city, the world.
Is ready to get into all this Comic-Con action going down for Channel Control.
All right, that is great. So, first thing up, let's just jump right into this. Daredevil, they showed a bunch of other stuff at New York City Comic Con, and BC was there for it. So, let's see what BC and Matt got to say about this one.
All right, Rob. So I'm standing out here in Hell's Kitchen, man, and dude, I got to see the brand new Daredevil footage, man, and it was really freaking cool, dude. I really did enjoy it. We got to see a little bit of footage, not a whole lot, but some new footage. When we find Matt Murdock, he's not doing well. He can't walk. He's very injured. He's in the monastery. Sister Maggie is trying to take care of him, but she's being kind of snarky with him. She's not the nicest. She's kind of she's not really happy with what he's turned his life into. So, you know, but apparently throughout the season, we're going to find out that she's more of a moral compass for him, and she really helps rehabilitate him and get him back ready to go rocking and rolling. Back in Hell's Kitchen, you know, a lot of other stuff's going on. Karen and Foggy are dealing with their own stuff. Foggy's family is going to be in this episode this season, man, and they're really cool to see. And we get to see some more interaction between Karen and Foggy. They really do have good chemistry together. And we got the official confirmation of Bullseye, the worst kept secret on the intranet. But man, so Kingpin's going to get out of prison. And we get to see this in the footage. And he's going to get out because he's making a deal to help the FBI in order to get his girl, man, I forgot her name from the first season, but to get her, all the charges against her dropped so she can come back into the States and all that. And he's gonna then introduce Bullseye to the fray. And while Daredevil is out, Bullseye is going to take up the mantle as Daredevil in the city, and he's not going to be doing a good job. He's going to be hurting people. He's going to be killing people. It's going to basically make people not like Daredevil anymore. We got to see the first scene of Matt Murdock meeting Bullseye, who is as Daredevil. And Bullseye kicks his ass bad. Homie whoops Daredevil. He whoops Matt Murdock bad, bro. But it's a really cool scene, man. And they also said that we're going to do another one-shot fight at some point in this season. And it's going to put the one in season 1 to shame. However, they've kind of said that every season. And the one in season 1 is still the best. So, who knows? I'm excited for it. Rob, what do you think? Are you hyped about Daredevil? Are you excited that we officially have confirmation on the worst kept secret ever, and Bullseye is one of the villains?
All right, so, yeah, okay. Daredevil is everyone's hyped for it. It's about time that they got back. I mean, they pretty much brought everything else out before Daredevil. So, yeah, I'm glad to see you coming back. Now, the thing is with Daredevil is they seem to be mixing two story arcs from the comic books. One is Born Again, where the Kingpin finds out who Daredevil is, Matt Murdock, and he puts that out into the news, and he gets this whole thing out. I mean, he wants to destroy Daredevil. It kind of works for him in a little way. I mean, it causes Matt Murdock a lot of problems for a while, but eventually he recovers from it. And the person that leaked out who he was Karen Page, who, you know, in the TV series is a friend of his, but in the comic book she was an addict, and she was back on drugs, and she needed money and so on, so she just let the information get out there for some cash to get drugs that Daredevil is Matt Murdock. So Kingpin sets out on this whole plan to just destroy Daredevil, Matt Murdock's life. I mean, gets him disbarred, all kinds of crap like that. The other story that they combined this with is a Guardian Devil. And that one is where I believe the story was Mysterio, Spider-Man villain with the fishbowl head or whatever. He's dying. I think it was from cancer. And he wanted to like really screw with Daredevil. So he did all this stuff. Like he was trying to mess with his mind, just drive him insane. He did that with a few people. Karen Page was in this one also. And this is one where Bullseye comes in. And I'm honestly not sure if in this one he was pretending to be Daredevil. But Bullseye did square off against Daredevil in this one. And in this story arc, Karen Page dies because Daredevil throws something at... I mean, not Daredevil. Bullseye throws something at Daredevil to kill him. She jumps in the way to save his life and is killed instead. So I'm looking forward to it. Of course, it's Daredevil. It's the first Netflix MCU show that they had out, and I'm really looking forward to this. Second season ended off kind of weak, and they've been doing it with a lot of these Marvel shows on Netflix. But again, it's Daredevil. It's going to start off strong. It's going to get tired around the middle somewhere. Then they're going to pick it back up again. They're going to finish off strong. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. The other show we have from New York City Comic Con was The Runaways Season 2. BC, tell the folks about this.
All right, Rob. So once again, I'm walking down the streets of New York. As you can see, Madison Square Garden clearly right behind me. It's good to be back home. It's good to be out here. There's been a lot going on. I got to see episode 1 of Runaways. Now, Runaways was absolutely incredible. I loved the first season, and I am really excited for the second season and what is still to come. Episode 1 was a lot of fun. We see the Runaways are now all off on their own. They have ran away. They are officially the Runaways. And there's still some dissension in the ranks. They're not exactly getting along with each other, but they are pulling for each other. They are there for each other. They have each other's backs. But at the same time, they still have some issues with certain things that happened in season 1. Now, they're kind of hiding out in the slums. They're kind of find ways to survive, eat, get money. They're dealing with issues. The Pride is attempting to figure out what they need to do to not only get their kids back, but to stop Jonas from whatever he was trying to do. And they have come to an understanding that they are now once again all in this together and all working hard to get the kids back and to continue their motives as Pride, but in their own way, no longer following what Jonas wanted them to do. So it was a really fun episode. It made me really excited to see the new one. What's really cool about this season is it's not going to be weekly like it was last season. This season is going to be, boom, we're dropping it. It's all in one night. You can binge the whole damn thing. However it is you want to watch it, go ahead and do that. And that's something that's really cool, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I kind of liked the weekly segment because it gave me something else to look forward to each week. And while I really love the binge because I don't like waiting, at the same time, I finish it, and then it's like, well, I finished it. Now what? Anyway, Rob, what do you think? Are you excited about Season 2? Let me know.
And we're going to get ourselves a bit from Matt right here.
Big news coming out of New York Comic Con, which our boy BC is at. He told us that The Runaways is not going to be a week-to-week episodic release on Hulu. Instead, they're just going to release the complete season all at once on Hulu. And I personally think that is fantastic news because last year, whenever we had The Runaways, it was such a painstaking process to wait every single week when instead I just wanted to binge watch the show. And now we're going to get that opportunity. Very exciting.
All right. Me with Runaways, I was unimpressed with the first season, and I think this putting out an episode every week the way they did, when it comes to online streaming, people are so used to just watching everything all at once. That I don't know. If the story just wasn't very strong to me, it took forever to get to a certain part. I honestly don't even remember how the whole thing ended off. I was just so out of it by the end that I honestly couldn't give a crap about it. I'm probably going to go through the last couple episodes of season 1 again just to refresh myself. And when season 2 comes out, they're going to give it the whole thing so we can get through it in hopefully a weekend. It's about, was it like an hour show? 10 hours to 10 episodes, something like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens when it comes on out. Okay. Alright, next show up, Titans. It was good. At least that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's crazy about it. BC, what did you think of it?
Hey Rob, I'm currently walking down this dark alley because I'm pretty sure that's how I become Batman. It has something to do with walking down an alley, so I figured if I walk down this alley here in Gotham, I'm gonna become Batman. That's right? We'll get back to that in a minute, but what's important is, speaking of Batman and Gotham, Titans debuted out here at New York Comic Con. Now, I didn't actually get a chance to see Titans, but what I did get a chance to do was talk to some people who did get to see it. And I'm hearing actually some good things about it. Now, there is still a little bit mix of the negative. There's a few people that still believe that it's a little too dark, and it is dark for just dark's sake. And that's never really a good thing. And DC likes to do that a lot. They like to do this, let's make this really dark because dark. F Batman. That's what Robin says. F Batman. So, it's still, jury's still out for me because, again, I haven't got a chance to see my friend Dorian, who's out here, did get a chance to see the first couple episodes. And what does excite me is he says that Starfire is the breakout character. Now, Starfire is a breakout character. That's pretty good to know because, most of us going in have a lot of ifs and ands and buts about her, about how she looks and all that. So, hopefully the character is done with justice. Dorian says it is, and he's someone that I trust. So, I'm excited to see it. I will be checking out. I do have the DC Universe, so as soon as episode 1 drops, we'll be able to give our opinions on. But Rob, given the new information here, what do you think? Are you hyped for Titans, or is it still a no? I think I saw a clown back there.
And Matt, what are you looking forward to in the Titans for this coming up this week?
The biggest thing that we talked about on previous episodes of Channel Control is that it's lacking a big name draw, a big name draw for a show. Well, that all should change this week on October 12th when Titans premieres. And from what we're being told, a lot of people are loving Titans right now. I've even heard that this is the best DC show that they've ever made. So I don't know if I'm buying that. I'm really skeptical still about that, just because the whole thing just seems too dark, too gritty. And Starfire is probably one of my favorite characters. So is Robin. But her character specifically, I have no problem with the actress or them going with, an African-American actress like a lot of people have been. It's more of a wardrobe thing for me, she looks too much like a lady of the night in a way. So I hope that they have a reason for it. Maybe they change her costume and we just haven't seen it. I don't know. But we'll find out pretty soon, and I'm very excited. So stay tuned to Channel Control for more on that.
All right, now the only thing I know about Titans is that, it was really good. People were just going crazy over this thing at Comic-Con. So I guess they have a hit on their hands. I know that after they showed the one episode or whatever bits and pieces of the trailer or whatever they showed, whatever they showed there at New York Comic Con, they have a season 2 already. That's already greenlit. So it's got to be good. The only thing is, I, like many other people, have that problem with Starfire. The character just does not look good, and I hope they somehow explain it. I'm not crazy about her, Beast Boy, or Raven. Hopefully the show will just be good enough that I just won't care. Titans will be shown internationally on Netflix. So, and I had someone ask me, why does this Titans trailer have Netflix down the corner? I was like, I don't know. It come to find out that Netflix is going to be showing it overseas. So I don't think they have a DC Universe is only here. So if you're in somewhere like Europe or whatever, you're not going to see it. But of course, Netflix has it, so they will see it over there. That show, The Gifted. The Gifted. Well, this is BC's show, so I'm just going to let him talk about that. I've got nothing to say other than what I'm seeing so far I like. I mean, they're not having to introduce any characters or let you like people, so they've gotten over that part that I hated in the first season. First couple of episodes, I think by episode 3 or 4 is when it picked up for me, but I was not impressed with it the first 2 episodes. Doing good so far, but let's kick it over to BC.
All right, Rob, I'm no longer on the streets of New York. I'm now sitting in the beautiful subways, man. That's right, I'm heading out. Man, I just got out of the Gifted panel, and it was a lot of fun, despite the fact that my girl Lauren, Miss Natalie Allen Lynn, was not there, and I'm very disappointed in that. I was really looking forward to seeing her. However, I can say that the girl Grace, who plays Reva, she is absolutely stunning and really fun and just a great person. And I did not realize that the dude that plays Marcos is British. Like very, very British. So that was really cool to see. And Emma DeMont, who plays Polaris, has got to be just the best person ever. She is beautiful, she is stunning, she is intelligent and hilarious and just full of energy. And I love seeing it very much. Blink, always cool to see her too. Jeff Loeb, he is a showman, man. Whether it was the Daredevil panel or the Runaways panel or this panel, he really does know how to make a show out of it, and it is always really entertaining to see him run these shows, man. So I really did like it. I got to see the first 15 minutes of the next episode, and it looks really fun, man. You get a really cool flashback, and we get running and gunning pretty quickly here with what's going on. So I'm excited to see exactly where the episode ends up going. I did get the opportunity to get up and ask the cast a question. That's right, guys. And if you guys want to see, there's the bell. If you guys want to see me ask the Gifted cast a question and get their answer, and I'm telling you, you're going to want to see it. You're going to have to check out Gifted Talkers this Wednesday over on Cinelink's YouTube page as well as the Jackass Nation YouTube page. So make sure to check those out, guys, because this episode of Gifted looks really, really fun, and I can't wait to see what it comes up. I know you're not a huge fan of Gifted, but I'm pretty sure you're getting more into it this season. You really liked the premiere, I know. What are your thoughts, man? Are you excited? What do you think about Gifted?
And also, since I am not a big fan of this whole thing, almost I'm not a big fan, I just haven't watched the TV shows like Clone Wars, Rebels. I watched the first season of Clone Wars on Netflix, and I honestly really could not get into it. Rebels, I watched 1 or 2 episodes. I actually bought the DVDs when Toys R Us was going to say having their closeout sale, and I still haven't watched them. So, however, they're coming out with The Mandalorian. It's supposed to take place between the Return of Jedi and A Force Awakens. Exactly what time period? New. I know that right now they have Star Wars Resistance on Disney XD. I did watch that. It was decent. I mean, I wasn't hating it anything. It's not like I hate the Star Wars shows. I just never watch the TV stuff. So Matt is going to tell you more about this show. So Matt, take it away.
Earlier in the week, we had The Mandalorian, the TV show that's going to be on the DC streaming service. They showed off their first picture for The Mandalorian, and it was pretty cool. It seemed kind of similar to, Star Wars 1313. Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. didn't really tell us a whole lot. It just showed us the armor. But what they did tell us was who was going to be the directors for this series. And we had, amongst the 4 names that you have in Jon Favreau's, or I think it was 5 names. Yeah, 5 names in Jon Favreau's show. You had 3 that were really big. Dave Filoni, who is going to actually direct the first episode. And then you had Bryce Dallas Howard, which is really fascinating whenever you consider that Ron Howard did Solo, and I can't think of a movie or a show or anything that Bryce Dallas Howard has recorded or directed. So that one's going to be a fascinating episode, and I'm hoping we notice that was her who did it. And the last one, man, Taika Waititi, the guy who directed Thor Ragnarok, is going to be doing an episode or 2 or 3, I don't know however many, of The Mandalorian, and that is absolutely fantastic. But it begs the question of, is this going to be somewhat humorous? Because Waititi's, his big MO is humor, and balancing humor with drama and everything like that. So is it going to fit? And that's the biggest thing that I want to find out. So the Mandalorian so far is looking fantastic, and Disney is all on board. They are going, they're just going right into hyperspeed with it. Yeah, they're just trying to get it on the air as soon as possible. That being said, we have no idea when the DC streaming service is even going to appear.
All right, so we'll check out The Mandalorian whenever it hits TV and see what that's like. I mean, it is a live action, so that's more what I'm interested in. Again, like I said, Star Wars Resistance started, and it's okay. I'm probably going to keep watching it now that I have better access to Disney XD. I can keep up with it instead of trying to figure out when I want to watch it. I think that was the main reason why I never really paid attention to this stuff, so we will see when we see it. And coming up, we got that part of the show that everyone loves so much. At least I think you love it. All right, here we are with Channel Surfing, the part of the show where we just talk about the stuff we watched that week, what we liked about it, or even if we hated it. It hasn't been too much hate in the shows that we watched. We don't tell you about it. So we probably should, because we just can't keep telling you every week, this is great, this is great. But anyway, the show that I watched was, the one that's noteworthy to me was The Purge. And if you watch the show, you know that I love the entire Purge series. Oddly enough, the first Purge, I only just watched it. Never got a chance to watch it when it came out, because in the middle of moving and traveling and doing conventions and going out of state and all that stuff, so never got a chance to watch it. Finally did, and I loved it. Some people don't like it because it got too political, and with Frank Grillo not being in it anymore, and blah 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 blah, whatever. I still liked it, and the TV series, the first couple episodes were not great. I just kept watching, just maybe it'll pick up, and I think by episode 3, I believe it was, is where it started to pick up to me. And I actually like the stories with the Marine and the corporate lady. Don't know what exact business she's in, but both of their stories were good to me. And the one with the dinner party, the couple of dinner party trying to get money for, they're trying to build housing for less fortunate people and so on, people that have maybe lost things during a purge. They want to rebuild the homes and build communities for them. But to do so, they have to go to a party of a bunch of new founding father people who are like the rich folks who love the purge, and they just, hey, Jeeves, go find me a bum off the street and bring him here so we can all stick him with a knife or something like that. And it's our God-given right to purge. Yeah, starting out that storyline was not great. I honestly hated it. It was one that they could just remove. By episode 5, things have turned around so much that the dinner party story has gotten really good. When you look out a window and you're having a party and you see a bunch of people running towards the house you're in with guns and flashlights, shit's gonna get real quick. And that's exactly what happened. The couple who were there managed to escape being murdered, well, for now, because though for one, the wife was just nice to the help. And when she asked her about being there earlier, she said, "I'm just here to do this for other unfortunate people. We're here to get money. We just got to play the game." And that pretty much spared their lives. So, yay for that. The story with the Marine and his sister, first she wants to die, and now she's like, killing people won't solve anything, dying won't solve anything. So she did a turnaround in like one episode. I mean, I could understand if it was something where, like, in that one episode where they saw this guy get killed, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh, I changed my mind. I don't want to do that." But she was still, "Oh, I want to go next. I want to go. So, yeah. And then when she finally gets chosen and ends up in some arena thing, some arena games or whatever it is, now she's like, "I don't want to die." It's a bit late, bitch. Just saying. And the corporate lady, she deserves to die. I'm just saying that right now. Look, you got something going, and now everyone wants to change their minds last minute. I don't want to die. I want to kill this person. I just want money for this, and there's this. I still want money, but people are coming here to kill everyone in the house. Now it's like, I don't want to die. I don't want this person killed. Purge. Make up your mind. Anyway, that's it for me. Check out The Purge. It's actually a really good series right now. I think we're on episode 5, coming up on episode 6. And guys, take it away.
Most of my channel surfing shows are stemming from NBC this week. We have New Amsterdam, Manifest, I Feel Bad, and The Good Place. I have one more, but I'll get to that in a moment. Let's start with New Amsterdam. I personally just grew out of the medical dramas. I just didn't care about it that much. But this show has actually gripped me. And it's not necessarily that it's like high octane, constant, medical procedures. This person has this problem. This person has this problem. It's it's actually, strangely enough, it's the emotion of the show and the different dramatic arcs that they have throughout that's really what makes this show interesting for me and why I keep coming back to it. I like the chemistry of the entire cast. I think it's just a brilliant show. And so I'll be interested to see how long it lasts, especially since, you've got the drama of what's going on with the main physician and him having cancer. How they're going to get around that, what's going to happen, I don't know. I just do know that it's based on a true story. So I just want to see how long they can go with it. But it's a good show if you get a chance to check it out and you're wanting one of those shows where you can get an emotional attachment. Because it's really good, and that's what it's best for. The next show I'll talk about that's brand new to NBC is Manifest. And that is that show where you had that one guy or that one plane that never landed, and now it lands, and now everybody's wondering what the hell's going on with these people. I am still very much on the fence with this show because I want to say I like it, but then it gets too cheesy, and then the cast is just weird. Like it's like they didn't quite. I guess they ran out of budget and they couldn't get like better cast members. I don't know. It's just one that I'm 2 episodes in and I just don't know how I feel about it just yet. So I could see this being a show that they cancel at the end of the year, but I don't know. It's NBC, so who knows. The next show that I want to talk about that's part of the new comedy lineup is I Feel Bad. And I am pleasantly surprised by how much I like this show. It's just funny, and they've got like a nice cast and a nice ensemble, and they're all very different, and they take you into the mind of this one woman and her just her everyday life and her thoughts throughout every day. I think that what's probably the most the part that I can't buy is the fact that she works at a video game company, and we haven't really seen anything video game related. And I think it's just an avenue for them to have like these nerds and these group of like nerdy, brothers for her to like lean on, which they are fantastic. I think they are probably the best part of the show. It's just a little odd, but regardless, it's a good show. I like it. I think it's one of those shows that'll probably stay on for probably about a couple more seasons, probably about 3, I'd say. Then the last NBC show, you guys know it. It's one of my favorites. It's The Good Place, and it's been absolutely fantastic. The first episode started with basically an hour-long episode. I think they might have just combined 2 episodes together. But then, you went back to your regular 30-minute episode in this last one. All of it has been great. I just love all the little wrinkles to their plan. I'm curious to see if they're ever going to die again. I hope they do. But right now they're on Earth and they're trying to become better people as part of a big experiment. So last episode you had a twist in the fact that the judge found out that Ted Danson's character was actually, inserting himself into the experiment. So I'm curious to see where we're going to go in this. It's just a great show, though. I'm absolutely loving it. But the last show I'm going to talk about is the Netflix show The Good Cop, which I did not expect to like it because as far as crime dramas are concerned, I don't know. Feel like you've seen one, you've seen them all. But on this show, it's delightful, It's set in New York, and Ted Danza, is it Ted Danza? No, whatever. Tony Danza, that's what his name is. Tony Danza, he is the lead. He plays the dad. He plays a crooked cop. And his son is Josh Groban, of all people. Yeah, the singer, that guy. Josh Groban plays his son, and he's the good cop. He's the nice guy. He's always telling the truth. He's always being honest. And I thought I wouldn't like this show, and yet I do. And I love how they seamlessly transition into each episode. It's a really good show. It's not one that you really have to binge watch all at once. It's one that you can watch every now and then, maybe whenever you're laying in bed and you're like, I want to fall asleep to something. It's a good show that'll keep you engaged for a little bit, and then you can go back and watch it if you've passed out. But regardless, those are my shows for channel surfing. Guys, thank you so much. You can find me on all the social medias at Move the Joystick, and I will hopefully see y'all next week. We will see. But if not, then I will be on this little video here. All right. Catch you later. Bye, guys.
What's up, Rob? As you can see right behind me, I am at 30 Rock NBC Studios. About to walk up in here. We're going to go in and see Saturday Night Live tonight. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be backstage in the green room. You know me. But I'm not actually going to be out of the audience and stuff. But I'm really excited. Can't wait to get up in there. Speaking of what I'm watching, channel surfing, man. Watched a lot of stuff this week. A lot of stuff out here at New York Comic Con, as you can tell. But besides that, I also watched the Super Bowl of college football. Texas Longhorns taking on Oklahoma Sooners. And guess who won? And Texas Longhorns, baby. Hook 'em horns. We are once again victorious. We are back. We're looking good. We're looking great. I'm really excited about it. And I think we had a good game. It was good. I mean, it was not great. Obviously, it was not great. We could have done a lot better. But we won. And that's what's most important. Winning is always the most important thing when it comes to college football. What else did I watch this week? Well, I watched Rel. Rob, I don't know if you've been watching Rel. It's a new sitcom, stars Lil Rel Howery from, he was in Get Out. He played the friend who was the TSA agent. And he was really good in that. He's funny. I really like this dude. He's absolutely hilarious. He's not the only person in it. Sinbad is in it. Sinbad is a comic that one of the first people I even ever went to see live. I saw Sinbad live, and I thought that was absolutely incredible. So to see him in the show, I got really excited. I don't know if I like it. It's not that funny, and the laugh track is used way too much, man. So that really, really hurts it. But I don't know. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll pick up. We'll have to wait and see. hey, I got to get going, man. I got to get up in here into NBC Studios. So I'll holler at y'all just a little bit.
Alright guys, well that is it for us. This has been Channel Control. Thanks for watching. This is Channel Control. YouTube.com, Channel Control TV. Instagram, Channel Control TV also. And Twitter, it is just Channel Control. Go there, look, read, send us messages. Tell us how much you love us or hate us. Either one. Whatever you want to do. Alright. Also, check out cinelinks.com where for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. We do all kinds of stories about TV and movies and video games. And speaking of video games, Second Opinion Pro, Caleb, he's been doing a lot of gaming over on Twitch, so you're going to want to go check his stuff out. Just head over to cinelinks.com. All the links there will lead you to where everyone's stuff is at, and you can go read everything and watch everything. That's it for me. Guys, go ahead on and close this out.
Well, Rob, my dude, this has been a lot of fun. I've had a blast. As you can see, I'm down here in Times Square. But it's about time for me to get up out of here, bro. It's been a great show. I hope you really enjoyed it. Hope everyone out there really enjoyed it. Y'all, make sure to come check me out at ETCW, just defending the ETCW World Heavyweight Championship this Saturday night. Wills Point, Texas, at the Wills Point Middle School Gym. Next weekend, I'll be back at MPX Wrestling. Don't forget to check out It Is What It Is every single Thursday on the Offshoots Radio Network, as well as cinelinks.com, as well as Gifted Talkers every single Wednesday. Remember, we got something really cool coming this week. And go home right before every pay-per-view. And guys, man. Don't mean to roll. Follow me on all social media. At Real Jackass BC, RELJACKASS BC.